And yes, you will hear the voice also in the background coming from the monitor, but you know, that would take like another 30 minutes to an hour to figure out probably. So, you know, we're gonna ignore it because it's already 1:02 a.m. Unless I just... I said we're gonna ignore it, but here I am. I'm not that. Volume, where's the volume? Volume buttons. Come on. Volume buttons, where did... Okay, whatever. Okay. I don't care. Alright. We'll let you know if we find anything. Talk to you later. He powered off a small device in his hand before placing it on his pockets.
やあ、セレス。君も外の風に当たりに来たの？
Hey, Cerez. Out to get some fresh air, too? He called out my name and walked toward me. Yes. Just taking a break. I'm sorry. I overheard your conversation. Were you on your transmitter with members of the corps?
うん。外に出るならついでに伝言頼むってアドルフに頼まれてね。外の方が通信もつながりやすいし。
Yep. Adolf asked me to send a report back to them, since I was stepping outside anyway. It's easier to connect this way. Oh, that is a fancy earpiece. Oh, I kind of get how it works, yeah? Definitely different than anything I've ever seen, but... Okay, okay. This is my first time seeing one. A transmitter was a device used to communicate with someone far away. I heard that they flashed different colors depending on whose device was on the receiving end.
クーネでは基本的に自警団にしか支給されてないからね。俺も最初は使い方がわからなくて頭を抱えたよ。
Do they have cell phones yet here? It feels weird for them to have like... Is it weird for them to have a transmitter before like a cell phone? I don't know. It looks very fancy and techy. Huh. Oh, whatever. Okay. What came first, the chicken or the egg? I don't know. Well, these transmitters are only supplied in the corpse in Kone. I had some trouble figuring out how to use it. I see. I recalled Adolf saying he received one from the Institute somewhat against his will. It could be that he wasn't too happy to get one back then, like Yves. He didn't know how to use it. A cool breeze blew between us. When it passed, Yves began to speak again.
改めて昼間のお礼を言わせて。あの時の女性に偽りなく称賛の言葉をかけてくれてありがとう。
I wanted to thank you again for the help earlier. I'm grateful that you spoke those kind words to the woman we met.
きっと俺たち男がこの衛兵を追い払って慰めるだけじゃ彼女は傷ついたままだったと思う。
If she had to deal with us men comforting her after what happened with the Royal Guard, it might have meant very little. I still have to look over the computer a little bit to see the text. Oh! But I was just saying what I felt since you asked me. It looked like she was very conscious about her appearance. No, I think the words they said actually meant a lot to her. It was sounding like she had it's kind of... Is identity crisis the right word? No, but like... You could tell she was sensitive. I think what they did helped her. I could tell how much effort she put into the makeup she wore and the way she styled her hair. I can't help but respect her for living her life with a different job like that, or a difficult job like that. You get asshole customers all the time, I imagine.
そういうところか。
I see. So this really is you.
優しいなって。君は自分に関して少し後ろ向きな分。
I mean, how kind you are. You have a tendency to look down on yourself, but...
他人の魅力を見つけ、妬みなく焦がれることができる。
You're able to see the good in others.
素敵な感性の持ち主なん
And
だ
look
ね。
up to them without negative judgments. Proof that you have a great personality.
アドルフが妹分として大事に思ってるのも少しわかる気がするよ。
I can see why Adolf cares about you and treats you like his own little sister. Yves smiled cheerfully, and... holding hands. Wow, he has nice nails.
そんな優し
She
い
does
君と
too.
俺はもっと仲良くなりたい。
You're a very kind person. I'd like to get to know you better.
これを機会にどうか俺と
So if you don't mind,
友達になってくれないかな。
can we be friends? My hand was still at the warmth of his touch. Hold up. Still like, action. Not like, okay. The way I read that, I'm like, does that make sense? But then I thought about it more, and it's like, oh, if they used it in a different way, it could. Most people feared getting too close to me. Yet, without any fear at all, he naturally took my hand. It reminded me of the night I saw him touch the licorice flowers so gently. Friends? Yves. Are you really sure?
ん？君のことを知りたいって意味なら、今まさに気になってるけど。
If you mean whether I'm sure I want to get to know you better, then yes. That's not it. I mean, the Reaper's curse. You've heard the rumors about me, right? Even if he hadn't, he experienced my curse firsthand. Yeah, he's the kid from the fire, remember? Look, he's a keeper. If with our situation, he's willing to even come near us after having half his face burnt. He's a keeper. Don't let him go. There was no reason for him to be this kind. I wouldn't blame him if he held a grudge. On top of all that, my curse was what almost killed you last night. Oh yeah, and there was that too. I almost forgot. Yeah, when we met, I forget what his name is, but he unnerved me. Like a lot. Look, he's scared. Although I think there are people who actually like him. So maybe he's not that bad? I don't know, we'll find out in time. It was pure luck that Adolf was able to bring you back to life.
そう言われてもな、現実味がないよ。
It sounds like an interesting story when you put it like that.
あの爆発を君が起こしたなんて証拠は、やっぱりどこにもないわけだし。
Yeah, explosion definitely not us. I think they said it was from the drug that kid had. Wait, didn't they say that, like... I could have sworn they said something about the kid, that drug actually being, like, a poison that the kid was gonna put in the soup. So... But then it, like, was exposed to air, and I guess the chemical thing happened. And then everything went boom. Either way, it wasn't us, but yeah, I think we might want to watch out for that one kid. Because I'm pretty sure he tried to kill us, and probably almost killed the rest of the orphanage, too. Well, actually, he almost did with the explosion that happened, even if it wasn't intentional, but, you know. Still, danger. Bad kid. Actually, I think they did say something about him going to a different orphanage or something. Wasn't there something like that in text? Okay. After all, there's no proof you caused the explosion last night.
仮にそうだとして、俺は特に気にしないかな。だから何？というか。
Even if that were the case, it doesn't bother me one bit. So what if he did? So what if you almost burned our whole town down? Not that we did, but you know, if we almost did. It sounds like that's something he would say. If he's saying this. Which is kind of sweet. But if you think about it again, also a little unnerving, because that means he's totally fine with everything burning. And not giving a damn. But let's just go with sweet now, okay? Huh? Huh? Yves continued in calm voice as I stood there in shock. But we're sitting, I think. Maybe?
君が人間だろうが死神だろうがこうして俺の前で懸命に生きている一つの命には変わりない。
Human or not, death or not, it's clear to me that you're struggling hard to live a good life.
なら君は他の人間と等しく俺が愛すべき存在だ。
Oh, sweet! It means you're no different from any other person, someone that I can love. Yves continued.
他の誰が君を嫌おうと俺は君のことを迷わず愛するよ。
No matter who may hate you, I can say without a doubt that I love you. He's so sweet. I love you too, baby. Did he say love? The words that should have been spoken to someone special in his life was spoken to me in such a casual way. Rather than guilt, what I felt most of all was confusion. But from the tone of his voice, it probably doesn't have a deeper meaning. Girl, stop making excuses. Accept it, accept him. You are... He is a gift from God. Accept him. Still, I felt he should watch what he said, especially since he was so handsome. Just more reason why you should accept him. Look, cute guys don't come around every day confessing their love for you. And having run into a fire to save you as a child. That doesn't happen every day. His words may cause a misunderstanding depending on who he said that to. After a moment, Yves looked down somewhat apologetically.
君が俺に対してこの仮面の件で負い目を感じてるのは薄々分かってた。
It's okay. It allowed me to make a meme. Bring Dane's sleep back down. I will forever connect these two together because of the way they look. They will forever remind me of each other. That will never change. I know you feel bad about why I'm wearing a mask over my face.
けどだからって急に切り出していい話じゃなかったよね。辛いことを思い出させてごめん。
So I shouldn't have said what I did earlier out of nowhere. I'm sorry if I made you recall bad memories. He's so cute. He's a cutie pie.
だからもう俺はこの件について触れないでおく。君も気にしなくて大丈夫だよ。
Which is why I won't talk about that incident anymore. You don't have to worry about what happened. But I can't do that. I need to apologize to you for what happened back then, Yves. There was no way that I couldn't.
過去を振り返って君に得られるものがあるならそれでいい。でもただ傷つくだけじゃ意味がない。
If there's something to be gained by looking back at the past, it's fine. But it's no good if it only ends up hurting you. He's such a good boy.
だから答え合わせは先延ばしにして互いに勇気を持てたいつかにしよう。
How about we save it for another day, when we both have the courage to face it?
その分今の君がどんな女の子なのかそれを俺に教えてほしい。
Instead, I want to know more about the kind of girl that you are.
俺も今の自分がどういう人間なのか言動で伝えられるよう頑張るからさ。
I'll also do my best to show you what kind of person I am now, whether in word or deed. For that to happen,
セレス、
will you marry me?
俺の大事な友達になってくれる？
It's a start. It's a start. But I'm ready for a ring anytime, okay? Cerez, will you please be my friend? Yves's smile was pure and sincere, without any sense of ill will. In response to Izana's request, I think yes. Duh? Wait, is that bad? I think that's it. I feel like that was bad. Uh-oh. Did I fuck up? I'm scared. Is that just like the way it goes? Or I'm scared. Look, if I make decisions and it kills him, I might cry. Yes. There was no reason for me to refuse this offer. Therefore, I knew it. I naturally reached out to give him a handshake.
手を取ってくれて嬉しいよ。これからどうぞよろしくね。
I'm glad you took my hand. Looking forward to getting to know you. Right. You too, Yves.
友達同士なんだからさん付けなんていらないよ。普通にイブって呼んでほしい。
Since we're friends now, feel free to treat me like one. Don't hesitate to be yourself with me. Oh, okay, then. I will.
うん。何かな、セレス。
Good. What should we do now, Cerez? It seemed to ignite a spark in him. Why did music stop? The brightness that grew inside Yves came forth. It lit up his smile. Okay, it's just a scene change. Alright. I thought something horrible was about to happen when the music stopped. Like, I thought, like, is a bullet about to, like, just come out of nowhere and hit him or something? Like, is this... If anything happy happens, should I be prepared for something sad to happen? Like, immediately afterwards? Is that something I need to watch out for? In the end, forget the words of how that goes, but you know, that song from way back when. When was it? Came out like when I was a teenager? Or like preteen or something? I don't know, they had that in like a whole bunch of like anime AMVs back in the day. Tried so hard and got so far, but in the end, it doesn't even matter. I feel like, wait, why does that fit? Why does it feel like that could be a theme song for this game? Why does it feel like those would go together? I think it was Linkin Park, right? I want to say it was Linkin Park that did that. Alright, Linkin Park theme song for Virche Evermore. Okay, cool, nice, good. We can confirm that. I couldn't confirm, let alone apologize for what happened 7 years ago. I was grateful that he said we didn't have to talk about what happened, but my feelings of relief made me feel ashamed. If only my heart was strong enough to face that nightmare. One day, I'll apologize for what happened and thank him for what he's done for me. Still, I wonder what he meant when he used the word love. He's the same mysterious person as the one I saw in the field of Lycorises. I headed back inside while Yves stayed to enjoy the breeze a while longer. Did we surprise him? I'm sorry, baby. I didn't mean to surprise. Don't cry! No, he has a tear in his eye. Don't cry, okay? Please don't cry. Please don't cry. Just as he was hurrying from his study, the stack of papers and books that Matthias brought downstairs fell from his arms and scattered across the floor. Again, is it Matthias or Matthias? Matthias? Okay. I'll figure it out later. Maybe I should just figure it out now. I'll just figure it out.
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I don't know your name. I don't know how to pronounce your name. That's what I'm sorry for. So I'm gonna find out. Virche Evermore Matthias, how to pronounce. Or maybe just Virche Evermore pronunciations. Put name pronunciations. Yeah, it's not gonna give me a direct answer that I'll find anytime soon. So, you know what? Okay. Matthias, same. No. Potato. No, I'm sorry I startled you. Here, let me help you pick these up. I crouched down on the floor. making an attempt to stack them in the semblance of order. As I did, I caught some interesting tidbits from what he had prepared. Ah, I see, yes. He's gathering the, I want to say evidence. I guess it is evidence in a way. Is gathering the materials to go over to catch the crook. Or, I guess, more murderer than crook. Actually, technically he's a serial killer, isn't he? So these are the materials he wanted to share with us about Burrow. These notes are about how many bodies were found and where, including what they were doing at the time of death. There's even details about the victims' families here. I was surprised by his thoroughness. But I haven't noticed any autopsy reports yet. I wonder if it's because the bodies were recovered at the Royal Guard. I won't be surprised. The Royal Guard is obviously corrupt, so I wouldn't be surprised if, to like, keep the peace, they made the coroners not write like a cause of death, or at least not release a cause of death. And so there wouldn't be like, so people wouldn't like panic or something. It sounds like something that could be done. Matthias glared at me as I continued picking up the papers from the floor.
僕がまとめた資料に何か不備や見苦しい点がだとしたらすぐに直します。
This might be something you want to say to someone who has more knowledge about the actual situation. Look, whatever you have written here, I trust it's right. So I'm not the person to talk to if you're looking for me to confirm whether it looks good or not. Not if I don't know the material. Did you find anything wrong with my notes? If so, I'll fix them right away. You're such a cutie pie. Oh no, actually the opposite. I was just amazed by how you were able to gather so much information by yourself. The content is very organized. It's easy to read, even for a novice like me. He has such pretty eyes. Have you noticed?
よかった。ジャン以外に自分が作った文章を見せるのは初めてなので、ほっとしました。
Okay, I see. He finally smiled. It's such a beautiful, cute smile, but I can tell he's still scared of talking to other people. It might be his natural temperament. once. But I wonder if something happened in his past. As I thought quietly to myself,
あの、セレスさんでしたか？
surprisingly, Matthias was actually trying to continue the conversation.
僕と年がそんなに変わらないってお聞きしましたけど、おいくつって？
Oh, I'm 18 years old. A human, the same age as Yves.
あ、
Why do we have to add
一
human
個
to
上
this?
なだけ。それなのに僕よりずっと大人っぽい。
So you're only 1 year older than me? But you're so much more mature. Really? Matthias nodded a few times with some degree of anguish.
やっぱり外の世界での経験の差なのかな。
I knew it must be from your experience in socializing with others. I don't know.
でも噂の
But
自警団に
the hard life.
女性も参加してるとは知らなかったです。
So much is said about the corpse, but I had no idea they actually had a woman in their ranks.
僕と1個しか変わらないのに立派なお仕事をされてるんですね。すごいな。
You're only a year older than me, and already have an important job. That's amazing. Oh. I was stunned by the realization. This was how someone would see me if they didn't know I was deaf. My heart ached a bit at the thought that I had deceived him. I decided to tell him the truth. I'm sorry, Monsieur Claude. I'm actually not with the corpse at all. I gathered my courage and expressed that I was the person known as Death. Upon hearing my confession, Matthias's face suddenly turned pale. Is he gonna run away? Yeah, he's totally gonna run away, okay? Damn. Oh. I'm sad. Once again, the materials in his arms fell to the floor as he scrambled against the wall. I shouldn't be surprised by his reaction. I knew this would happen, but it was still disheartening to see it after our conversation just a moment ago. No, maybe it's not, because earlier he did express interest in us, or rather our existence, of the person named Death.
ごめんなさい。つい過剰に反応してしまって。
Matthias stared at me as he gathered the papers from the floor again.
あなたの正体が怖かったのは事実ですけど。 身も蓋もない言い方をすれば、僕ブローの行方を追えればそれでいいので。
His fright was expected, but it was his acceptance of my identity that startled me. As if to hide his fear, Matthias gave a nervous laugh.
僕は自分の人生を惜しいとは思っていません。
Not too bad. It's unfortunately normal, but you know, you're a good kid. It's cool.
けれど唯一の心残りが兄さんを殺したブローへの復讐なので。だからその死を招くならそれを遂げてからにしてもらえると。
Okay, that actually hurt, okay. Now you're hurting my feelings, okay? So, if you're going to kill me, please do it after I kill my brother's murderer. What? He's not much older than I am, but he's so determined to see this through. He was carrying the burden of revenge on his shoulders against someone he didn't know. And he gave his life no other meaning.
その分、今の君がどんな女の子なのか、それを俺に教えてほしい。
Said to me, "Ah, that's right. I was always looking down on myself. I never let anyone beside Adolf get close to me or learn more about me. I introduced myself to Matthias as Steph, but I didn't say what that meant exactly." My lazy approach toward my own existence led him to say such a sad thing. As I internally reprimanded myself, I studied my breathing before speaking again. Monsieur Claude, I don't have any special ability to kill people, like what you might be thinking.
え？
Well, what I'm trying to say is, I have no intention of causing people's deaths, so please don't worry. I could hear how strange my explanation sounded as I was saying it. But this was the best I could manage for now. If I still scare you in some way, please let me know and I'll leave right away. Maybe it's for the best if I head back to the orphanage. I forced out the best smile I could and quickly turned to leave when...
待って。
Ow! I felt a sharp pang on my arm, where he grabbed it suddenly. Kid, you need to cut your nails, okay?
もう日が暮れるので、女性が一人で歩いちゃダメです。絶対に外には。 ってないでください。
What I feel like this is related to the thing that happened to his brother, like his brother went outside during the nights, and you know was killed and never came back. As with how hard it seems he's grabbing us, and just the way he's saying it. It feels like there's some kind of trauma behind it. Kid, loosen your grip. I'm gonna pull my arm off. I felt the pressure run down my arm as Matthias shouted. Understood. I'll stay here until the others are ready. So, if you could please let go of my arm a little.
ごめんなさい。つい慌ててしまって。
It's cool, but can you point me in the direction of the bandages?
女性に許可なく触れるなんて失礼でしたよね。
No, I think you just need to cut your nails. Because if they drew blood, I think they might just be a little too sharp. It's like, I don't know, follow them down a little bit. Little snip, 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 snip. Fall. He probably has someone for that, right? I feel like a rich person would have like some like a specialty person for like, I don't know, nails and like, I guess maids would be it. Does he not have any maids that take care of that stuff? Or I don't know, but you know, your nails look great, but cut them please, baby, because that really hurt. Okay, cool. It's fine. I guess I was surprised too. I gently rubbed my arm once he let it go. Despite his frail appearance, Matthias seemed to possess a great deal of physical strength. He probably doesn't even realize it. Now that I'm looking more closely, there's a knife strapped to his thigh. Maybe he's training to avenge his brother? As I thought about it, Matthias looked like he was regretting what he said earlier.
あなたを今この瞬間無理やり屋敷から追い出したりはしないです。絶対に。
Oh, good to know. Okay. As we've been kicked out of plenty of places. It is comforting to know we have a place, though. If he actually does mean this. We actually might want to make a permanent room here in your house. Because I don't see us being accepted back into the orphanage. There was that whole thing about, like, the villagers, like, stomping up to the orphanage and making a fuss about us being there. And the kids' uneasiness about us. Which probably only increased with that whole incident. Yeah, I don't see us being able to go back there. Can we live in your house, please?
どんな相手だろうとわざと一人ぼっちにするような意地悪だけはしちゃダメだと。
Never do anything to isolate a person, no matter who it is.
小さい頃兄さんにそう教わりましたから。
Your brother was a wise man.
僕も寂しいのは嫌いです。
He looked down apologetically.
あなたは何もしていないのに変な態度をとってしまってごめんなさい。もう二度としないのでどうかブローを追うの一緒に手伝ってほしいです。
I think so. I think we can make that work. As Matthias looked up at me anxiously, I could tell from his eyes that his request was sincere. Yes, as long as you're okay with me. He's got a little blush on his cheeks. I breathed a sigh of relief. What's going on? I can't believe I'm getting to know so many kind and caring people all at once. The happiness I was experiencing was more than death could ask for. And why do we feel like this is going to be short-lived? After everyone with I reviewed the papers that Matthias had painstakingly put together, we came to the conclusion that Barreau had patterns of targeting the rich. If so, then the wealthy merchants selling the wares at the market in Coin must be at risk. Adolf used his transmitter to alert the other members of the corps waiting at the base. Before long, the sun had completely set.
よければ僕の屋敷に泊まっていってください。
Definitely. Can I get your butler to bring me breakfast in bed? Maybe? No? Yes? Maybe? We decided to accept his generous offer and remain here for the night. What if it's the butler that's the murderer? And who's other? As etiquette demanded, Ceres was given a room to herself, so it did not take long for her to fall asleep. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. As only 2 people inhabited the mansion, the other rooms were not very well kept. As such, the members of the corps who shared a guest room struck up a conversation.
夜景やアドルフの家での飲み会以外で外泊するのは久しぶり。なんだか無性にワクワクするよね。
Sleepover!
ここは童心に帰って枕投げならぬクッション投げでもする？
He's so cute. He's so adorable.
やめろ。ここの調度品1個でも壊したらとんでもねえ負債を抱えることになんぞ。つかお前肋骨折れてるんじゃねえのかよ。よくはしゃぐ気になれん
Yeah,
な。
I forgot about that.
折れていると言っても少し違和感がある程度で痛くはないし、まだまだ何本も予備があるからね。
肋骨は消費を前提とした骨じゃねえんだよ、このニブチンバカ。
ガキの集まりじゃねえんだぞ。とっとと寝ろお前ら。
But pillow fights. But I do agree. Since he does have broken ribs, that pillow fight might not be the best idea. I mean, just if they do, just the very gentlest of hits to him. Like, let's not send him into the hospital. Really, he's so attractive. What the heck? Adolf grumbled nearby. He then turned over with his back to Yves and Hugo, his expression hidden under the blankets.
イブ、お前セレスのことをどう思ってる？もう気づいてんだろ。
Oh? Are we about to have some girl talk? Or, well, guy version of girl talk? Bring on the drama! The question echoed in silence. Even as they settled down for the night, Yves still wore the mask on his face. Hugo, who was kicking Yves' legs to annoy him, suddenly stopped moving for a second. As for Yves, it seemed like he had no intention of asking why the question was directed at him.
君から聞いていた通り優しい子だと思うよ。俺と違ってすごく綺麗な子だしね。
Excuse me? Dude, even with that mask, you are still pretty. Do not fool yourself.
きっと死神の誤解が解ければ誰からも愛される素敵な笑顔を浮かべられるはずだ。できれば友達としてその手助けができるといいな。
He's a good guy. He's got a little blush too. I like it. I think it's so cute when guys blush. So adorable. I love it. You guess. Who's he guess? Yves gave a carefree response, despite the cautious silence between the other two.
そうか。こういう時はお前の意味不明な思考回路というか呆れるほどの博愛主義に救われる。
In response to Adolf's statements,
やっぱそれが原因なのな。
Hugo mumbled quietly before removing his blanket and sitting up.
ヒューゴどこに行くの？
目が覚めた。少し外の空気吸ってくるからほっといて寝てろ。
Why do I not believe this? Hugo, what are you doing? Hugo's gonna go outside and get himself killed. Just watch. We're gonna wake up in the morning and Hugo's body is gonna be lying at the door. Hugo walked out into the night air, feeling something indescribable. Yves was asked about his past with Ceres in that roundabout way. His quick response echoed in Hugo's head. Yves held no grudge against her. Knowing him, he probably didn't concern himself with what happened.
だからこそ腹が立つっつうか。
No matter how much he thought about it.
バカバカしい。俺はあいつの母親にでもなったつもりかよ。あいつが納得してんなら、俺が口出しすんのは筋違いだ。
Hugo spoke aloud to himself, then turned around to head back inside when
あ、
ん？
he encountered Matthias, who seemed to be outside for the same reason. He was not dressed for bed because he wasn't planning on sleeping anytime soon.
こんな夜更けに何してんだ？子供はとっくに寝てる時間だぞ。
子供じゃないです。イブさんと一つしか違わないじゃないですか。
おお、言うじゃねえか。けどそりゃ自分で金稼いでからいいな。
Hugo rubbed Matthias's head, messing up his hair, at which point Matthias gave it a satisfied frown. Seeing his expression, Hugo's perception of his stammering young man from this afternoon changed slightly. They just
なんだお前、そんな顔もできんのか？短気なところは兄貴にか？
never took you for the short-tempered type. You get that from your brother?
ジャンからはそっくりだってよく言われます。
ほー。なんつうかお前見てると実家の妹たちを思い出すな。一族揃ってリライバーになってからすっかり可愛げがなくなったが、あいつらも昔はこんな感じだった気も。
ヒューゴさんはリライバーだったんですね。
なあ、そっちは？
僕は違います。まだ純粋な人間としての17歳です。
As they continued their auto exchange, something drew near from above. Have bad feelings. I knew it. See, I told you. Someone was going to die. Suddenly, a silent blade flashed between their eyes. Before, it swung downward.
Hugo-san!
The sword he quickly pulled from his sheath, pushed back the approaching blade. He managed to deflect the full attack, sustaining only a gash that sent triplets of lead over the Claude family garden. Matthias's eyes fell upon a person whose shadow darkened the blood in the grass.
きの
You're the one. Along with memories of despair, the hatred hidden deep in his heart returned. The timid young man's personality slowly shifted into a different color.
兄さんを殺した
I would like to take a look under that hood. I'm still thinking about Lucas. How'd they get... Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess big question is, why are they here? Matthias brandished a knife he kept close for his very moments. At that, Hugo clicked his tongue, as he too knew who the assailant was.
おいおい冗談だろ。いきなり当たりを引いちまったじゃねえか。
We did? Look, if you know, just tell us, okay?
つかなんでこのタイミングでクーネに拠点を移したんじゃなかったのかよ。
Apparently not. Apparently they're here. Bro.
まさか自分が追われているのを察して俺たちを潰しに来た。
Well, be surprised. This is no time to be thinking. Hugo's priority was protect Matthias, who lacked any real fighting prowess. But the young man in need of protection took an unexpected course of action. Sounds like a Super Saiyan yell. His deceptively frail but his deceptively frail figure wielded a dagger in hand and quickly lunged toward the assailant to strike. His that word hard.
おい何やってんだこのバカ。
He's acting on emotion. Which probably isn't the best move. Virche easily parried Matthias' foolhardy attempts and quickly followed with a sharp kick.
マティス
Hugo suddenly went pale. He knew he wouldn't make it in time. The young man was going to die with one more strike from Virche. But the attack didn't happen. Instead, the killer quickly turned his weapon toward another target.
は
Hugo's relief that Matthias was no longer the target opened him up for attack.
一瞬で俺の目の前に化け物かこいつ。
I'm gonna have to look at everyone's gloves. Are there any... I want to try to figure out who it is. Where do I have a feeling it's Adolf? I don't know why, but... I don't know who it is. But I feel like it's someone we know. Monster was hardly an exaggeration. Out the corner of his eye, Hugo noticed Matthias doing his best to stand up again.
メロそうしてその人ばかりこっちを向け僕が相手だ
Look, I know you're on that revenge streak, but I don't think you're doing too well, hon. I think you guys need to yell your throats out and try to wake up the others. Matthias tried to capture his attention, but as if nothing had happened, Virche disregarded his challenger.
Huh?
Ouch. Matthias' surprise was only natural. Virche, the cruel murderer who terrorized Ralphie, when faced with a direct taunt, turned his attention away from Matthias, the master of the estate. Instead, the killer's target had somehow become Hugo, who was fighting for his life.
マティスに気がいかねえのはいいが。
Okay, so it's not either of these two. Because they're both here. Okay, good. And the here. Okay, good. Phew. The sounds outside were unmistakable. So then that leaves, if it is someone we know, the butler.
Hugo! 死にたくなきゃ頭下げろ
Well, I'm glad to stagger these two, okay. Alright, Hugo, I don't want to see a dead body out our front door. So, step back. The door had slammed open with a kick. A large face came hurtling from the inside of the house. It flew at speed fast enough to kill if it struck the assailant's head. But shattered at once with a swing of his blade. He designated off, ran out, and swiftly took their place on each side of the injured Hugo.
ヒューゴ無事だね無傷ではねえけどな
Well, it's not a no, so that's good.
こいつが例のブローか
Yes, it is. Gorgeous.
だろうよマティスが血走った目で睨んでんのそっからでも見えんだろ
Matthias glared, huffing and panting as he dragged himself to his knife intended for Virche. Adolf swiftly took action.
暴走させんのはまずいなセレスジャン
Or maybe it's not the butler, because he's right there. Okay, darkness a specialist, okay. You check out. It's actually kind of like if you have right.
坊ちゃんをお願いしますセレスさん
Ceres and Jean moved quickly. Jean offered cover while supporting
さん話せよ
Save your life, okay? You look, honey. Here's the hard truth. You are not yet strong enough to defeat this guy. Either you need to get stronger, or you need to let other people help you defeat this guy.
兄さんの仇が目の前にいるんだぞ
Once we killed him with his blade, killed Burrow with Matthias's blade, then he would indirectly have killed his brother's killer. It's not a kilt. Probably won't be satisfying, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think of ways for you to kill the guy without being killed. I know, but I'm sorry. Now is not the time. Just who are you, Burrow? He's gonna leave here and burrow into his little hole. Oh, that was bad. I'm sorry. The executioner glanced over at the two and quickly vanished. His shadow followed at the speed of dark until both had gone from the garden.
逃がすか追うぞイブ。
ああセルス、君はヒューゴの手当てとマティスを。
Gotcha. Okay. The two dashed off in pursuit of Burrow. She prayed for their safe return and tried to somehow convince Matthias to go back inside, but yeah, he's not having it. We're gonna have to restrain the boy. Again with the nails. Ah. Matthias forced himself to his feet, making Ceres fall to the ground.
生かさない絶対に
No, baby, it's over for today. For today. Oh, no, gosh. You're gonna go get yourself killed. He smashed a knife in the ground and ran from the garden after the abyss.
坊ちゃん
Jean, go after him. I'll drive Hugo inside. Please wait, Matthias.
暴走車かあいつは。
Kinda sorta, yeah. There's no brakes on the boy.
じゃあ俺の手当てはいい。あいつが何かやらかす前に捕まえろ。
What he said.
わかりました。
What? Excuse me? The gate that Matthias had just gone through suddenly opened again, letting in a crowd of people.
おいクロードさん、これは一体何の騒ぎだ。さっき武器を持った連中がここから飛び出してきたのが見えたぞ。どういうことか説明してもらおう
It's
か。
pretty simple. We were attacked. And we're going after the guy. Okay, that's how it is. All of you can join us. Let's go. Okay, good. people quickly surrounded Jean. Jean?
セレスさん、申し訳ありません。どうか俺の代わりに坊ちゃんを。
I suppose that is the only choice now. Alright. There was no time to think. She was the only one who could move now. Understood. Cervez nodded in response to Jean's plea, determined to stop Matthias before he got to Barreau. She rode through the crowd, running out into the night streets of Chedes. Adolphe and Yves gave chase, and finally cornered Barreau at the dead end. What if all the alleyways look like this?
ようやく追いついた。
Well, this one isn't covered with blood, so it's a little different. Now, yes, wait. Are these flowers back there? I see the lilies. You seem kind of death lilies. Or am I just seeing things? I sort of see 4 flowers back there. There are those lilies. I forget what the technical name for them is. Whatever. It'll come to me eventually.
俺たちに対してあいつは息切れ一つなしか。
Adolphe pointed his sword at Barreau, who was clearly a force to be reckoned with.
質問だ。クーネで起きた殺人もお前の仕業か。
You know, the one that took place in a hallway exactly like this one? He quietly lifted up his weapon.
獲物はハルバードか。また扱いづらいもんを。
でもその扱いづらい武器で住人や近衛兵を皆殺しにしたってことは
相当やばいぞ。油断した瞬間に間違いなくやられる。気合を入れろ、イブ。
暴力はあまり好きじゃないんだけどな。
Yves stood at his side, pulling out a rapier that shone in the darkness.
お人よしも大概にしとけ。
Yeah, not when a sword, or rather, halberd, is being pointed at you.
わかってるよ。好きじゃないけどやらないとは言ってない。どうしてこんなことをするのかじっくり彼に話を聞いてみたいところだけど。
I don't think he'd respond. I respect your wants for wanting to resolve this peacefully, but I don't think that's happening.
あいにく話が通じる相手じゃなさそうだ。さすがにそのぐらいの区別はつく。
If Barreau escaped, more would undoubtedly die.
徹底的に叩きのめして踏んじばった後正体と動機をじっくり聞けばいい話だよね。
Yves turned his endearing smile to Barreau.
大丈夫。君にどんな理由があろうとなかろうと俺は最初から全てを否定したりしない。君の言い分は時間をとっていくらでも聞き遂げてみせる。その代わりその後 君が殺してきた人々の墓とあの少年にどうか詫びてくれないか。
I don't think that would happen either. His kind words merely served as a signal that the battle was about to begin. The dry clanking of metal echoed through the quiet alleys. The long sword slashed, the rapier thrusted. Yet the rogue blocked and parried every single blow, responding to them with a swipe of his halberd. Each weapon struck at a different range. Yves and Adolf could tip the fight in their favor if only they could get within range. That was their plan, but they were unable to get the distance, therefore losing an impossible chance of an advantage.
あ、大口叩いた後でごめん。これはちょっときついかもだ。
安心しろ、俺もだ。
This exchange helped to reduce the tension they felt from their struggle. The battle was 2 against 1. Yet it was Yves and Adolf who sustained repeated attacks into their shoulders and arms.
何もかもがデタラメだ。人間にできる動きじゃない。
Halberds were as heavy as they looked, and not considered swift weapons. In the hands of mortal people, at least. The rogue was able to reposition himself immediately after each swing, when it would take anyone else a few seconds.
まさに化け物だな。
Really, really strong. He really is a monster. That's
気づいてるか、イブ。
you see it, right, Yves?
もちろんこの人が本気なら俺たちはもうとっくに肉塊になってるはずだ。
So he's playing with us. Despite his display of astounding powers, the assailant was still holding back. Why? What's their game? What's their goal? The wounds they received while deep enough to bleed were not life-threatening.
ヒューゴには最初から殺すつもりで襲いかかったはずなのに、なんで？
He didn't have the time to think. Yves suddenly went tense, seeing the rogue lower his stance, and pulled his halberd to the side.
アドルフ、上と下どっちだと思う？
下だな。
Down, I guess. Okay, cool.
じゃあそっちで。勘は君の方がよく当たる。
Those shoulder moves do not look pretty. The two jumped up immediately. And just like that, the halberd's deadly blade swiped the air where the two had just been standing. Dang, that's like... That's kind of messed up. It was not looking that great either, but... They both gulped at the same time. voice flash through your minds.
見つけた。
Matthias, please. Baby, please. Sweetie. The adventure arrived at the worst possible time.
逃がさない逃がさない逃がさない逃がさない逃がさない逃がすものか。
Matthias, no longer a frightened boy, screamed as if his throat was being ripped open.
今度こそ肉を通してなんでよりにもよって兄さんを殺した。お前なんか。
待てマティス。
この世の全ての苦痛を味わいながら死んでしまえ。
I'm gonna be surprised if he didn't wake up at least one of the townspeople. This person in this house right over here. They're just hearing screaming and coming from the alleyway outside. Hoping to God nobody knocks down their door and kills them. Enoch's words fell on deaf ears as Matthias threw his knife in rage. Do you have a backup knife for that? The knife that had been sharpening for this very moment flew between Yves and Adolf, straight toward its target. It must have been a mere reflex for the executioner. Yeah, no surprise there. But child's play. With a wave of his halberd, he deflected the knife back. It was being sent back through the same path it came. Child, move out of the way! The knife's menacing tip headed straight for Matthias. Child, move! Just as it was about to strike Matthias's head. Matthias! Oh, our timing's good. Bitch, you almost died! You stupid child! In the nick of time, Matthias's body was pushed down from behind, and the deadly blade passed right by. The one who saved Matthias from imminent death was... Death. The young woman known as Death. Matthias's frenzy for vengeance stopped the sight of his unexpected savior.
なんであなたがここに。
I was worried. And because of my promise.
約束。
Ceres knew immediately that she had arrived at the best and worst possible time. She was pale and trembling, the knife having just brushed against her. Oh yeah, I'll cut some of her hair. The reason she intervened to stop Matthias was... You said it yourself before. Matthias, you asked us for help so that we could go after Barreau together. Having someone ask me for help was special to me. It meant more to me because of how important it was. I didn't want you to be killed in some lonely place because I couldn't be of any help to you. The madness and anger in Matthias's eyes slowly faded. In their place, something else was reflected. Strands of gold fluttered to the ground. Ceresa's golden hair lay scattered around them in the dark alley. The knife that flew overhead took her hair in place of Matthias's life. The shimmering of gold from the moonlight upon her fallen hair caught everyone's eyes. Virche remained still at the sights. I'm gonna have to keep a lookout for anyone who does that pose. What about that scientist guy? Any chance it's him? The executioner backed away slowly. He quickly leapt up and kicked off from the alley walls to make his way upward, melting into the darkness of the night. Well, we lost him, but we're alive, and that's what matters. So I call it a win. No one died. I was certain someone was gonna die by the end of the night. Silence fell upon the alley. Released from the bloodied halberd, the two corpse members gently fell knee first into the ground.
去り際まで化け物か。壁伝いに逃げるなんて本の中でしか見たことねえぞ。
He's a ninja.
一撃を入れるどころかかすめさせることもできなかった。あんな強い人がこの国にいたんだね。
Adolf, Yvaz, you're bleeding.
気にすんな。見かけほどひどくねえ。
It doesn't look good.
自分たちで応急処置するから。君はマティスのことを見ててほしい。
Okay. My gaze turned to Matthias, slumped on the ground in a complete stupor.
ブローがどこにもいない。逃がした兄さんの仇。やっと
Look, if you're gonna blame me because I saved your
Mitsuki.
life, I'm gonna be angry, okay?
何
Matthias finally returned to his senses, coming to terms with the harsh reality.
さ
punched the ground angrily. Seeing him like this, I'm gonna save. Seeing him like this made me want to save the game, because I don't want anyone to die tonight. Alright, what should I do? Do we leave him alone? Let him release these feelings? Or do we talk to him? I feel like as a friend? I don't know, are we friends? I would want to say talk to him, but at the same time, he's emotional. He might not be in the mood for talk and consolence. Or you get another chance, or... Sometimes you just need to let those emotions out. And then you can listen to words. Kinda hard to tell which one is the right choice. We'll talk to him. We'll probably get more blood on our arms from his sharp-ass nails, but let's try to talk to him. Matthias, I have no regrets about holding you back. It looks like even Yves and Adolf weren't able to stop the killer. It was clear that Matthias didn't stand a chance when the burrow first struck. Fortunately, in the garden outside his mansion, for some reason, he was spared. But why? They may just be going for people in the corpse. I feel like it has something to do with the corpse. It's the only thing that would make Hugo stand out, I think, is that he's in the corpse, but... Yeah. I think it has something to do with that, maybe. But he might not have been so lucky this time. If you faced Barreau without a plan, he probably would have killed you before you had a chance to exact your revenge. I know this is horrible to say, but you might have died for nothing. It's not something that I need to say since you know it yourself best, Matthias.
それは
If you were killed, do you think your late brother Jean, who you would have left behind, would have praised your bravery? I knew what I was saying was cruel. Not really. Matthias's vengeance was his and his alone. It was was enough to me to stop him or reprimand him. I knew that, but I had to talk sense into him somehow, even if it made me sound arrogant. It was probably best I was scared. Such a kind soul who had looked me in the eye and asked me for help could easily be lost just like that.
分かってる。
Matthias bit down on his lip, expressing his regret in a hoarse whisper.
そんなことは最初から分かってた。でも抑えきれなかったんです。
I feel like now is a good time to come in and give him a hug.
あいつを見た瞬間、兄さんが殺された時の記憶が蘇って、頭の中が真っ赤に染まって、自分の中から溢れる醜い感情を抑えることができなくなった。
I mean, I couldn't imagine, but the anger you would feel is completely understandable. Yes, I know what you mean. Someone important to you was taken away, and I still asked you to stop. It was cruel of me to say so. I'm sorry. His expression twisted as he felt the full extent of his powerlessness.
坊ちゃん
Gene finally arrived and threw his arms around Matthias.
ジャン、
ご無事ですか？お怪我は？
いい。
Had we arrived a moment later, he would not be fine. He would be dead. Hearing his quiet voice and feeling his heartbeats,
本当によかった。
Gene embraced him even more tightly.
どうかもう二度とこのようなことはしないでください。
I'm gonna give the poor man early gray hairs.
坊ちゃんにもしものことがあったら、俺にはもうこの世で生きていく理由がありません。
Matthias sniffed in Gene's carried arms.
ごめんなさい。じゃあセレスさんも
You get a son in there.
無茶をして約束破ってごめんなさい。
I'm glad you recognize your recklessness. At Please.
失う不安を僕が一番嫌いな感情を与えて
Oh,
しまって
baby.
ごめんなさい。
It's a good thing I keep tissues nearby. I did say, bring the pain on, right? It's here, it delivered. It did its job. So I need a blue. Matthias voiced out the words through his tears. Like I was just doing. Although he regretted his outburst, he didn't say anything about giving up on his revenge. Let's make a plan next time, okay? Okay, sweetie. Should he quit now or see it through? The answer to that was up to him. The exchange of hatred and madness, even at the risk of death.